little bit frustrated. I'm attempting to do a video right now on a topic I've done a few months back now. And I feel like at the time, I was really nailing this topic. I felt like I was super aware of what was going on in my life. I felt like I had a lot of control. Things were balanced. I was comfortable. Things were going really well. Now, it's a little messy. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely put a lot of stress on myself, my body, my mental state, and a lot has happened over the past few months. And I've kind of talked about this in a couple of videos back where I mentioned I was just in a rut. I feel like things are not going the way I want them to go. I feel stuck. And I'm now starting to feel all those effects. And I'm noticing it changing parts of myself that I thought I had in check. My emotions, for example. My reactions, for example. It's not going the best right now. I'm making a lot of progress. I'm noticing this past month or two, I've made a lot of changes and it seems to be helping. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about one of my actually more popular videos, The Power of Not Reacting. But today's version is going to be on who I'd like to be in the next few months and some of the things I've learned while having to kind of relearn this entire process. Before we get started though, I just wanted to welcome those of you who are new here. My name is Bridget and I am a mindset and confidence coach for introverted women. I also have a free Facebook group that I'm going to be linking down below. If any of you guys are interested, you're into personal growth, definitely check us out. And again, that link is going to be in the description. Also, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful or useful. Comment below what you want to see more from me, please, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. So let's get to the video. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I've changed a lot as a person in the past couple of months, and I'm noticing that as I kind of get into this version of myself, I've been neglecting some of the things that I learned along the way, especially with my awareness and my emotions, my control. I'm noticing I'm getting a little bit more sassy, a little bit more fiery, I guess you can say. It's good, but it also comes with the downfalls of me getting a little bit too overreactive. So one of the things that I've learned throughout me trying to get less reactive is that if you don't acknowledge how you're feeling, it's not going to go away. You're going to forget about it. It's going to get worse. The feeling is going to fester and it's going to build and build and build. So when I know that I'm about to overreact, sometimes it happens before and sometimes I am too caught up in the moment and I have to kind of do it afterwards and remember how I felt. And don't just acknowledge how you're feeling mentally, acknowledge the physical sensations. Are my hands sweating? Am I getting tense? Are my cheeks getting red? Am I getting hot? Is my heart pounding? The physical sensations. And then notice the mental sensations. You know, was I angry or confused or irritated or frustrated or tense or, anything? Was I hangry? I don't know, probably. So acknowledge all of it. Acknowledge how you feel in that moment. Remember it. When you acknowledge that feeling, whether you're saying it out loud or you're just thinking about it or you're writing it down, whatever you need to do, you are telling yourself, okay, this is what happened and this is what followed. This is going to make a lot more sense in a minute, but just bear with me here. The next thing you have to do is rationalize. Do those sensations or those reactions or those feelings, do they align with what just happened to me? Was it really necessary that my face got really red and I started shaking because I was just simply sitting in traffic? Was it necessary that I started screaming and yelling and getting super tense because my cup of coffee fell? Probably not. And now align it with your mental sensations. This can be a little bit trickier because I think it's always appropriate. Whatever feeling that we're feeling, it's appropriate because it's our feeling. And so when you rationalize the mental reactions, it's more important not to say, did a line, but important to say, why? Why was I feeling that way? Is it because this thing happened before? Is it because something else made my day bad? Is it because somebody said something? Is it because I'm stressed? Is it because I'm hungry? Is it something physical? That is when the rationalizing for your feelings comes in. When we acknowledge how we feel, we're sending a message to ourselves. We're acknowledging that this happened. We're acknowledging that this moment existed. I notice that when I overreact, it's almost never because of that small thing that happened. It's always because something else happened and it led to this. I'm the type of person who will not say how I'm feeling and will not outwardly show my expression. I'll hold it tight for dear life, and I'll keep that feeling. But then I'll forget about it, right? I'll forget it even happened. But subconsciously, I'm still carrying that feeling. I'm still carrying all of those emotions. So at this point, I'm like fueled up and I'm just waiting for that flame to ignite me just so I can blow up all over the place. And so when the small thing happens and I do ignite, I ask myself, well, why? Why did that even happen? And sometimes it gets to the point where I'm not even sure. I don't even know why this happened. I can't even remember all the times, in the week leading up to this, that I was feeling frustrated or I was feeling irritated. When I allow myself to acknowledge those little things, I can say, hey, you know what, don't let this get to you. Because it's inevitable that something else will happen tomorrow and probably the next day and the next day. So if I maintain this, if I can, keep bringing myself for that checkup, I can stop myself from, exploding and needing a lot more assistance than I normally would have. I want to tell you guys a story that happened to me last night. So my husband and I, before we go to bed, we have a set routine. We close the door. We make sure our cats don't come inside the bedroom. So as we're getting ready, brushing our teeth, changing, whatever, we leave that door closed. So we're not just we're going to bed yet, but that door is always closed. Sometimes we walk in and out, but we usually make sure that the door stays closed so the cats don't run in under the bed. And so last night, the door's closed. I have to walk out and grab water. So I walk out of the bedroom. My husband immediately closes the door. And I'm like, okay, fine. I grab my water and I hear him turn off the lights with Alexa. Alexa, turn the lamp off. At this point, you should hear my Alexa. At this point, I'm fuming. How could he do that? I'm grabbing water. How could you turn the lights off on me? I come in and I immediately pour the glass of water on his head, obviously, right? And then I'm walking away. He turns around, dumps his entire water bottle, and mind you, this water bottle is like this big, on my head, all over me, all over the floor. And now at this point, I am livid. I am so mad. And I'm like, how could you do that? Or like, are you kidding me? And I said, clean it up right now. No, I'm not cleaning it up. You better clean it up right now. I'm gonna take your toothbrush and throw it in the garbage. No, I'm not cleaning it up. Fine, I'll clean it up, but I'm taking your money. I'm taking cash from your wallet because this is what you owe me for cleaning up your mess. He says, okay, fine, I'm taking your laptop. To complete this game, right? So he takes my laptop. He walks out the door. I immediately close it, lock it, so he doesn't come inside. And I'm like, fine, you do you, I'm doing me. I'm going to take a shower at this point. I'm brushing my teeth. And when you have those shower thoughts, the deep ones where you're like really contemplating everything that's happening in your life, that was me in the shower. And at first I was just acknowledging how I was feeling. You know what, I'm pissed off, I'm irritated, I'm frustrated, I'm just like, how did we get here, right? I'm thinking all these things. So I allow myself to feel all those feelings, okay? And then I get to a point where I'm done feeling it all, and now I'm rationalizing, okay, why did I get so frustrated? I'm thinking, you know, why did I even pour water on him? Why did I get so heated? Because in the moment, I didn't even think about it. My first reaction was dump water on him immediately. And I'm thinking back, you know, maybe I shouldn't have. But then I remember him dumping water on me and I'm getting mad again. Right, so I'm still walking myself through it and through it and through it. I unlocked the door. He eventually comes inside and he said, "You're gonna apologize." And I said, "Well, you know, you better apologize to me too." And even as I'm talking to him and having this conversation with him, I'm thinking, Bridget, you are in the wrong here, girl. You messed up. I don't want to admit that I messed up, but I know that I messed up, and I know that it's my fault, and I know I shouldn't have done that. And I kept on asking myself, how did I let that happen? How did I get, even like me telling the story now, I'm thinking, I sound psychotic, right? You guys are probably thinking, she's crazy. But anyways, that's what I mean by I let things build up to the point where I just have this reaction. And last night I couldn't even, I think because I've been just so stressed and so, you know, all over the place, I couldn't even remember why I was already harvesting this frustration or this confusion, right? So that's why it's so important that we have to acknowledge the little things when they do happen, and our emotions and our sensations when they do happen, so we don't get to, you know, the crazy mode, right? We want to avoid the crazy mode. I know sometimes we let ourselves get there, and that's okay, as long as we apologize to the people that need to be apologized to, and we understand that that is not us, and that is not what we need to do, and that is not how we need to react. That's what matters. So I hope you guys got some use out of this video. I hope you got a laugh or two, and I hope you take this with you and you remember it next time you're feeling really frustrated or irritated, and you remember what to do. Before we end today's video, I just wanted to quickly announce that spots for my free consult are open. So if you'd like to schedule a consult with me, make sure you use the link below. You got a chance to chat with me, talk about what you're struggling with, see if I could help. And remember, this consult is for any of the women out there who are introverted like myself. Maybe you're feeling a bit frustrated and anxious and overwhelmed with how your life is going right now, but you'd like to be that confident version of yourself. So if that sounds like you, make sure you sign up and I'll see you there. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed as usual, and I will see you next time.